Right. Hopefully, it's all going to be all nice and juicy today.
So is that stream up, is it?
I've pressed start stream,
Alright, in a minute.
so I'll just wait until it comes up on my phone. It took a little bit longer last time. Yeah, it says we're live, which is beautiful. But wait for the notification to come in. I'll wait for some guys to start watching before I start introducing everyone and that. But
Yep.
yeah, excited.
Right result. Second week in a row. Love it.
Yeah.
This might be me and you now, isn't it?
Right, here we go.
Yeah.
I've got the notification. Look at that, dead on 7 o'clock.
That's what
Beautiful.
we like to see. That's what we like to see.
Right then.
There's my
Ladies and gentlemen,
notification.
boys and girls, welcome to Division 1 of Summit League Racing for the Brazilian Grand Prix, round 20 of Season 4, and we're coming to a close of this season with a big... It's been a great season so far. I am your host, OMH36, joined by the newly branded SLR Barlow. How are you doing?
I'm not too bad, thank you, Owen. And what a pleasure it is to be a newly named SLR. It is a privilege, thank you to you all.
Yeah, it's great for you to be properly part of the SLR family now. It's
Yeah.
great to see. And yeah, both championships yet again can be wrapped up. They could have been wrapped up last week, but of course they're not going to be. Well, they weren't, as you can tell by the fact that they're available again this week. We had Jam with a little bit of a problem, I guess, a little bit of a strategy mishap.
Yeah.
In where was it? It was USA last week. Wasn't it?
I will let you carry on with that one.
Yeah, I was like, hang on, let me try and figure that out. Yeah, but he had a bit of a strategy mishap in the end because it was a bit of a bonkers session, really, wasn't it?
But a bonkers
Yeah,
is
just the
one
first
word
round.
to say it.
Yeah, it was. But nonetheless, he finished out of the points, which meant Ham is still in with a shot of the title, but I'm pretty sure it's pretty slim chance still. I remember seeing that. Well, definitely that the constructors is definitely available, as we have. I can't even remember how much it is now. I'm gonna have a look, but
Yeah, you're gonna have to have a look on that one.
okay,
I
so
can't
the
help you on this one.
constructors, Renault, if they score a combined 12 points tonight, they will win the constructors championship.
So we've got Fingerboy and Jam who can
Yeah.
grab that one.
Yeah,
So is that all they
if
need
they
is
do
12
that,
combined?
no matter what, they will do that. I'm I'm not quite sure I think it's something like Haas have got to outscore them by like 32 points if they're going to take it to Abu Dhabi. So that's a pretty tough ask, must be said.
And we do have
And-
tonight Ham in a Haas, and we do have Callum in a Haas. Callum is at the moment racing tonight from Div 2. Usually, what he does racing. Let's see what we can do tonight. And like I say, with a Haas having it all to play for,
Yeah.
really, he's a good driver. He knows how to
In
drive.
fact,
So
because of the ruling, I know it's a good spot actually. Because of the ruling, Callum McKeon's going to be down as reserve tonight, which means the maximum Haas can actually score tonight is 25. So that means that
right.
automatically awards Renault the Constructors' Championship.
So
A good way to start the
congratulations
stream.
already. Congratulations, Jam and Fingerboy.
Well done, lads. In other news, the drivers, of course, is up for grabs again. It's currently 40 points is that gap. So, what's that? About 15 points is just quick maths trying to figure it all out. If Jam gets 15 points, he'll win the championship no matter what. As JH sets the first lap of the session.
Would it
The
not be
1 minute
11
11,
points?
which it's not the fastest.
Because then he'd be on 51
What was
points
that?
ahead, wouldn't he?
Sorry?
With the maths,
Is that-
he'd only need to actually get... Jam would actually have to get fourth, wouldn't he? To actually secure
Yeah.
it. He'd only have
Yeah,
to
that's
actually
right,
get
yeah,
fourth,
of
and
course.
that's in Dunkers, like you say.
Oh, we've got that Saxman is in the barrier. I don't know how he's managed
Saxman
that.
is in the barrier. on his outlap.
Is there some sort of glitch that he's on at the minute? I'm not quite sure what's happened here.
Well, if we see him get
He's
under
just
the
gone
1 minute,
straight
then we
on.
know. He's
Oh,
been
and he's been
disqualified
disqualified
for
from the
parking.
session.
All right, okay,
Parking
so
in
we've
a
already got our
dodgy
first
place.
disqualification.
Good
which is
start.
sacked, man.
This has been a pretty bonkers start. Of course, if you have joined us for the last 2 nights, we've had some pretty decent racing, pretty exciting racing, action-packed,
Definitely.
so to speak, in Division 2 on Friday and Division 1 on Saturday. Of course, we crowned the Div 2 Drivers' Championship on Friday with UK Beast Assassin. Of course, someone that's quite a personal name to me, with being family winning it. It's always good to see. And
Yep.
but yeah, it's the Ghost Colt. In fact, he's making his debut tonight.
He's making his debut tonight.
He literally joined today, earlier today. He joined the league just earlier today, and he's in tonight already. Is there any other? There's no other.
Just like me, then I had my debut on Friday. Not to blow me on trumpet, but
Yeah, you did
but
well.
yeah,
Didn't you? Was it
Fine.
P90?
Yeah. P9 finish, P7 start. Weren't too bad for my first one. But looking at Ghost here is looking strong himself for his first race. So come on, Colt.
Yeah, as Motion Hazard's about to finish a lap, he's set on the hards, which is quite interesting to say the least.
Yeah, it is. Coming out on the hard
yeah.
and qualifies 4th. Is it going to be
Big
fast enough though? With Div 1 at a 9.9. Will it get him through the top 15?
I to be honest, I doubt it will, but it's always worth having a look. See how
That was
these guys
Smoke,
do.
was
Callum
it?
McKeon.
Yeah, Smoke's just come
This
through
could
with
be
an
he's going
8.9.
to be setting his first ever Div 1 lap. He's actually only the second person to compete in all 3 divisions, and he's gone for it in 1 season complete. He started the season in Division 3, as you pointed out to me. Of course,
And
before
into
the stream
second
started.
with an 8.6.
So lovely that time. I'm sure he'll be happy with that. But yeah, he's going into today. He started the season in Australia in Div 3, despite being drawn actually into, funnily enough, the Haas. He was drawn into the Haas alongside me for Div 2, and neither of us, we're both back into Div 2, because he actually went back down to Div 3 to start the season, but neither of us are in a Haas anymore, which is quite interesting, and it's quite funny. I just like to bring that stat up every now and then. Motion Hazard's going to be setting another lap. Is he backing himself to start again? I think he's starting a new lap. But yeah, because of that, he's done a Div 2. Of course, he's got 3 wins under his belt in Div 2 in the short space of time he's actually been in that division. And ARL Merckx just come second. Yeah, JH has destroyed his lap time. Anyway, I forgot where I was.
We've actually got Jam on an outlap at the moment. He's just come out of the pits.
He's about to start a lap. You know what? Shall we ride on board with him? Is that a bit early for that, I think?
I'm going to say Jam's not only in Sector 2 at the moment. He's not...
Yeah. Have we got anyone on a fast lap?
We haven't got anybody at the moment. We've all got man out lap at the moment. We've got Fingerboy in the other Renault just about to start coming up over the last corner down the main straight. He's the one ready for a lap.
Little ride on board with him. Yeah, definitely going for it. Yeah, Callum is he's the first. I think he's the first person to do it in a straight season, go from Div 3 to Div 1. Of course, it'll be probably the last person ever to do it, to be honest, because you can't go from the bottom to the top. It'll be a lot harder to do it, as we've got 4 divisions next season. So from going from Div 3 to a SLR Elite will be quite interesting to see if that works. But,
We've just got Fingerboy. He's just set the fastest Sector 1. Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I was riding on board with him, and yeah, so we've got some guys starting lap times now, which is perfect. We've got 10 minutes left in the session. 8 people set up so far.
Yeah, Jam and Ham, they're both on the
now.
fastest lap. Who's invalid? Oh yeah, we have. So we've actually got Fingerboy invalid.
Right.
So
Ham
we've
is
got
on lap, so we'll ride on board with Ham.
And we've got Jam just in front. He is actually on a fast lap himself, but he's actually...
He is, well...
He has got quicks in front of him, which... Hopefully he's going to get out the way. He gets out the way very nicely. Very nicely. And now he's actually got Ham behind him, so then he's thinking, oh god, where am I supposed to go?
Right, so I'm just checking. It's a 52 flat for Jam. There's a 51.9 for Ham in the second sector, so it's very tight.
And
Ryan
Jones
is
just
the
put in,
fastest
wow.
lap so far.
Part 2
here
quicker.
Comes Jam, followed by Ham. Jam
Jam
is going
into
to go
third.
fastest. And what about Ham as we ride on board with him?
Ham into the
Fastest. So
second.
Ryan Jones is the man to beat. Strong position. In fact, that's Rosell. No, it's not. It's Freeman starting an lap. I apologise. I'm going to ride on board with Rosell. He didn't race last week, I don't think, unless I was wrong.
Well, I'm just riding on board with Mitzi, who's just set the fastest sector 2. At the moment, down in 18th with no lap. He's coming down the main straight.
I'll ride on board with him down the main straight. He's normally quite quick in his mid-sea.
And straight into first.
Look at that. 1 minute 8.1. That's a cracking that isn't it?
I can tell you now, we're going to definitely be seeing 7s in this quality if it stays dry. Especially when you get Ferrari.
As you say, that 108 flat from Rosell. He has shown some pace. He's been quite unfortunate, I think it's fair to say. As we've got a yellow flag. Is that...
Yeah,
it's
just
Jam. Has Jam had a bit of
just Jam getting out of the way? He had Freeman coming past him, so we're just getting out of the way. But Freeman, he must have thought he was on a fastest lap, but he wasn't. He was actually invalidated, so he's just about to start his lap now and get going. So he's just coming down the main straight.
Is that Smoke? Smoke's about to start a lap, as I'm pretty sure I just saw Para.
Smoke's on an out lap at the moment. He's just yeah. So we've still got Freeman, Fingerboy, Breezy, and we've also got Kevin yet to set a lap.
Lap at the minute.
Kevin's on one. Is Fingerboy on one yet, or is he?
I'll
looks like
quickly
Fingerboy's
ask
on
around
one.
to find out what it's saying. So, having dry race, quali looks dry as well. Perfect here. So it's not going to be as confusing as our qualifying was in Div 2. That was a really weird one.
That was yeah. I remember racing Div 2 Friday myself, and I went from 17th. I only crossed the line with 2 seconds to go in Q1, and ended up jumping into 7th, which was a massive improvement. To be fair,
yeah,
a massive improvement. I weren't expecting to
Kevin
be
goes
so
P8,
quick.
Fingerboy 40. As British might as well ride on board with Smokes. No, Smokes invalid. What about Freeman? Is Freeman's on it?
Still okay?
He said that his DRS has failed. Is it still failing? Yes, it is. It's still failed.
It is. Yes.
Yeah, he gave us a little notification.
We're straight
he's
to
gone
8.
P8 with that, so it doesn't matter too much to him, clearly.
Yeah.
At least it wasn't stuck open. I've had that a few times, as I'm sure I've said on the stream many times as well.
So at the moment, the new boy, Ghost Colt, is in 6th. Very, very nice.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Quick lap. Still yet to set a lap, though. We've got Lick the Stamp.
Is there anyone else on a flying lap? Oh, Smoke's on a flying lap. He's struggled to keep his laps validated at the minute, I think it's fair to say.
Well, I know Fingerboy has just invalidated his lap, which is he's just in front of Smoke. A couple of cars in front.
Yeah.
So
Who else is there?
I'll keep my eye on Smoke.
Yeah, I think I'm just going to ride on board with Smoke for the rest of his lap. Didn't really think there's much to say. I think I've kind of got everything out of the way that I needed to early on, and now we could have used this time to perhaps say some stuff. But
We've actually got
Sector 1. That's just something else.
We've actually got Breeze on the lap though, setting his first fast lap. Say hot lap. Using the right term.
Smoke didn't go faster, and I believe he's trying again this lap. He's gone for a lot of laps consistently now. I don't quite know what the reason for that is. Who did you say was on a fast lap?
Is it Breeze? Breezer?
Oh, Bezzers.
Bezzers, is that how we say it?
Yeah.
We'll get there in the end, guys. We'll get there in the end.
It's
Bezzers on a
only
fast lap.
second week. It's always
Yeah.
happen, isn't it?
It's a good job it's not my 5th. It's actually just set the fastest sector 2 though.
Yes.
So he's going quick in the Red Bull. With Quick's up in 10th as his teammate. And Quick's actually just coming out the pits to do his lap, but he's gone faster.
P9.
It's very nice, very nice.
So the man that's on the cusp is LP Smoke, which is quite interesting. And we were talking about Callum being the second person to go from Div 3 to Div 1. Smoke was the first person to do that. Yeah, last season when he joined SLR, he was in Div 3 and started this season in Div 2, and then in Germany he made it up to Div 1. He's been in Div 1 ever since as Smoke, and he's really been showing his worth.
Yeah, I'm going to say the only stat I do know about Smoke is obviously before I started in Div 2, he was in Div 2 half the season before. But other than that, yeah. Well, we have actually got our first retirement. The man who was leading the pack with an 8.0 in the Ferrari has decided to chill. I don't think he thinks he's going to get out in this one.
No, I would back him, to be fair. I mean,
I would.
What's that? Almost a second between him and the JH in P16. He's almost a 10th up on P2 in Midsea. So I reckon.
Well, we've actually just got Motion
Hazard
just starting another fast lap. See if he can actually do something with this, because he invalidated last one.
Is Kevin flying? No, he's invalid. What about, is that JH? He's
I know
going
the
in.
stamp still is in the pits.
Starting.
For some strange reason. Is he having any? Excuse me again. Is he having any problems? Do anybody knows?
I don't know whether he's in the session or not. Hopefully he is. So if he needs one, just let us know. But anyway, we'll continue on. Who are we looking at? He's on a fast lap at the minute.
We've got Motion Hazard trying to get out of from 18th and up, which would put Smoke down, but Smoke is on an out lap.
Para has just set the fastest Q2, purple sector 2. Oh, and he's lost the back end a little bit there, coming out of, it's basically the final corner really, it's just a long right.
Yeah, it's just the final corner, even though they do name this, and 3 more corners after, don't they? You won't think it.
Anyway.
Motion Hazard from 18th.
Set a faster stat because of that. He's
gone up to 10th.
Motion Hazard goes P10. I tried to find him then, and I was too late.
Yeah, we're just behind quits on the fast lap.
Is he on a fast lap? Midsea's on a fast lap. He's just quicker than what he was before. So down he goes.
Is a bit of a surprise.
He's actually gone into the pits, so he's going to hope he's got enough. Well, actually, he should be fine, really. The Smoke's about to start a lap.
Well, we have got. We've got the Reynolds playing a little game here. Can he get a bit faster with the Reynolds in front? So we've actually got Jam helping.
Getting a little bit of a toe off his teammate. Yeah.
We've actually got Jam helping him out. That's a brilliant little toe. Is it dropped him up?
Nice
he's only got to 16.
Retired now.
It would have been beautiful that by Jam, but unfortunately he's only jumped 2 places.
Yeah,
Smoke's actually invalidated. Smoke has invalidated already into turn 4. Yep, turn 4.
He'll be. I'm assuming
he's fast enough. I'm guessing.
Fuel as Hans retired, unsurprisingly. Who else is that? Motion Hazard still on a lap? He's not. He's just pulled into the pits. Actually, funny enough, as I said that. There is.
We've actually got Lick the Stamp is actually on an out lap. We've got Lick the Stamp on an out lap. Yeah, so we're actually going to see something from him.
So his first proper lap to be set. Ceases. Paraquit's actually just started a lap. It'll be his final lap. Same with
we've got
Merckx just started.
Yeah. Well, we've got Smoke, then JH, and then Lit the Stamp in that order, coming across the finish line. Start-finish line to start their last hot lap to see if they can get themselves out of the bottom 5. Well, bottom 4 as it stands.
So Lit the Stamp's going to be the first person. Oh no, he's still going as lap, isn't he?
No,
he's going again.
Oh
no, he's not. He's going to be starting a new lap now. He's starting a new lap as we speak. So
yeah, just behind the Stamp, is it?
Final person probably to set at that time, unless Hoopalicious. No, he'll be setting a new lap time as well. Everyone's setting new lap times.
Other than that,
so prone to invalidation.
Hoopalicious will be the last one across the line.
Yeah, there'll be no more, I think. So this is now or never for Paraquix. Is he going to do it? He's got barely any fuel left in the tank. And he goes P12. That will be, could be enough at the minute. That's enough. But
have we got Bezza? Is Bezza on a lap? Is he?
Yeah, but Merckx is next across the line. He's up on his time, and he goes P7. Lovely job, Merckx.
That's a lovely job, Merckx.
Is Smoke?
Smoke. He's coming across.
He's flying. He's 3/10 up on his lap time. As now he crosses the line.
P13
only.
So then we've got Bezza coming across the finish line.
Bezza's is quicker as well. He's going to go P10.
And JH is in the pits. JH is in the pits.
Yeah, I think that's fine.
Lick the Stamp is next.
Lick the Stamp hasn't got much ERS left, but you don't need that much left if you're fighting for everything. He's going to be setting a lap. JH is out of the session. He doesn't
And he's
improve. What about
stayed
Finger Boy? He doesn't
exactly
improve
last.
either.
Wow.
So Paraquix is safe just by the skin of his teeth.
Literally by the skin
And
of his
that
teeth.
is, well, that just kind of shows how close. I've just look at the gap between. It's less than a tenth. Well, I don't even know what that is. Between 11th place Callum McKeon and 16th place Kevin GT. Of course, was the first man eliminated.
It is, yeah. It's actually
It
less
was
than
about,
a tenth.
what's that? 8
And it's only half a
800,
second
sorry.
from 1st to 16th, which is, it just shows you how much competition there is. From 1st to 16th was half a second.
Yeah, it really shows just how quick everyone is around this track. It really does.
Wow.
Anyway, the 5 drivers out of Q1 are Kevin GT in 16th. We've got Fingerboy in 17th. JH in the Toro Rosso in 18th. Victor Stamp in the Racing Point, he's in 19th. And Saxman, who got disqualified for being parked in a dangerous location, he it's going to be starting at 20th in the back of the grid, which is unfortunate. Anyway, going into Q2, it's Rosell seems to be the man to beat. You can see 700s up on Midzi, and he's looking quick. Which, being of course a Ferrari driver myself, I'd like for him to get a decent result. He's struggled quite a bit this season. He's been a bit unlucky, but yeah, not too bad. There's of course looking at Callum McKeon, he's kind of technically being a little bit tested tonight, is what I've heard from my inside sources. He's getting tested to see just about where he's going to be for next season, and he's got P11.
I think coming into Q2 at the moment.
Shows pretty decent.
Coming into Q2 at the moment, and he's still in within a chance, obviously, to get into Q3. So he's showing he's got some kind of pace. Still in Div 1.
Thank you, Smoke, for that. Saxman had a qualifying ban. That makes sense.
Okay. Right, okay.
That's why. That's why he clearly.
Thank you, Smoke, for the inside information. So we have got a few already out. We've got Mertz actually leading the pack, and I think it's Rosell. Yep, who's in after that, followed by Ham, followed by Freeman, very closely by Freeman. So they're all trying to get out quick at the moment.
Alright. So, first man out is... Did you say it was
Mertz.
Aaron Mertz.
Yeah, we've got Mertz, and then that's followed by Rosell. Which then very, very closely together, as you can see on the map, if you've got the map up. We've got a Ham, followed by... Oh, we've actually got Mertz letting Rosell through. Mertz has just let Rosell through.
Well then, so Rosell will be the first person to set a lap at the minute. Maybe he just wanted a little bit of a juicy toe.
So, yeah.
I was about to say Rosell was invalid there, but that was from last lap, so I'm assuming he won't be now. So he just wanted a little bit of a toe, but it might slow Merckx down a little bit maybe with that line that he took. Of course, it was the final proper corner, wasn't it? As I'm going to be calling it, the final proper corner. That's what I'm calling it from now on, because I don't know any turn names around here.
No, it's something I don't know myself. I could get to know them, but I think that can be wait till
yeah,
next season.
I must say I'm not fluent in Portuguese, but nonetheless.
No, I'm not fluent other than English. I think half of that I'm not fluent in.
Yeah. Yeah, and I might be fluent in English, but I still don't know many Silverstone turns either. But I remember when I was commentating on an Invitational, there was a bit on. I was kind of just reporting on our 20 versus 20. I was on the second grid and I was helping out Steve-O with the Invitationals as Brazil's going to cross the line.
Yeah, the Invitationals was very interesting. It was something I would have I'd like to get myself involved in. To be fair, it was quite juicy, and it hasn't helped Mertz out whatsoever. Really, only dropping he's dropped only 0.1 like, but he's dropped back from Brazil on that lap, and then Ham come across, putting it faster.
Yeah, and got to note that Rosell has set a 108.6 on the mediums, which is only 6/10 down from his Q1 time, which I must say that's pretty impressive, to be fair to him. Who
Yeah,
else we
and
got? That's
to
Callum
say
McKeon about
Mertz is
that. Oh,
to
he
say Brazil is
beat me
only
to it.
0.1 slower than Ham, and Ham is actually on the softs.
Yeah, as Bezos goes P4 on the softs. Lovely.
Callum's
Anyway, I
actually
was
just
saying
gone
about
and
that,
beat
and
Jam.
I had a track map up just to help me out with the corner names, because I thought it just sounds a bit more professional when you know the names, isn't it? I probably should have done the same
Yeah.
thing today, but
That's one of them. I don't like, this 21 tracks is they now, and to try and learn, because the majority of corners have names, and it's like to try and learn every name of the corners. It's half of these
it's
Brundle
going
and
to be a
stuff
tough
who
task.
commentating, they've done it for, well, how old is he now? He's in his 50s. They've done it for 30 years, knowing the tracks, driving the tracks. Yeah. I know I may have done it for 10 years and watched it for a good 10 years, but I still don't know the tracks like that.
Yeah, I could imagine that it's probably quite tough, as both Smoke and Freeman have gone for a second flying lap. Of course, they're sat in P7 and P8 respectively. Paraquix has just gone P9. And is
P9.
Bez is probably going to be going into the pits. Yes, he is. Ryan Jones is about to start a flying lap. You know what? I think I'm going to ride on board with him. He showed himself quite a good pace there.
While you ride on board
take us
with
through?
Jones, I will go on. Take us through. We'll go to turn 3 then. Turn 3 with Ryan Jones at the moment, as he opens his DRS and gets down the straight. He has opened his DRS, which is good. We're going through. He's looking tidy at the moment, hoping to bring himself up into Q3. So a long sweeping right-hander, down to hard braking. Sector 2, it's a funny one with Sector 2, it's a lot of turns, a lot of precision driving. He's looking very nice at the moment, coming into a sharp right-hander. Going round now with your double lefts, so he comes around the first one, looking very nice.
Sorry.
Yeah, he has smoked there with an 8.3, very nice. So as we've got him now, he's come out the final corner very nicely. Ryan Jones coming through, the swooping left-handers, past the pit lane. And he puts himself up from 13th, straight to first. Wow, that was a stunning final sector, seeing as he didn't set any sector bests, or should I say, fastest sectors in Sector 1 or Sector 2. So he had an absolute stunning final sector.
Yeah, of course, during that lap, Smoke did go fastest, but he didn't quite get to that. As we also saw, well, I didn't watch it, but just behind him was Hooperlicious, maybe trying to get a toe off of Ryan Jones. He only went up to P12, and he's on the side.
Yeah,
so
0.7 slower.
To go out again a bit later on. Is there anybody else on a flying lap? Is that Jam perhaps starting a new lap? No, he's going into the pits. Paraquix is maybe beginning to start a lap, who knows. As Midzi is about to start his flying lap as well. He's going to overtake Smoke. And so, you know what, I think I might ride on board with him again. Just maybe a little bit. There's not many guys on flying laps at the minute, so
we've got Hazard just coming out of his out lap. And we've just got Mitzi, who's just setting his first one, coming out into turn 3. He's setting his hot lap now.
Just looking at the mini map, I'm trying to tell whether maybe the Hasses are looking at a potential slipstream. Looking at where they
looking
are
at them both going through
together.
Sector 2. They could be doing. Oh, Mitzi there with a bit of a. Was he backing off? It looks like I think Mitzi's actually just backed off his lap. So we've got Motion Hazard, who's actually on a fast lap trying to get himself out of the bottom 5. Oh no, we've got the Asses actually
Callum
have
has
just
made
split.
himself a little bit longer. Made that gap a bit bigger there. Sorry to Ham. So maybe the toe isn't the option that they were looking for.
I think it penalises you a bit. I know they were saying. I remember Haas saying last year that a 2-second gap is probably the best kind of toe to actually have. I don't know if you ever remember it. They were saying it in the F1 18-19 season. Well, no, just 18 season, sorry.
So Rizal has started a lap. Maybe you'll be looking at something for him.
Motion has him
Motion
14th. Is he going any faster? He's just gone up to 13th, just the tiniest bit faster.
Just tried to get on board with him. I think I just managed to get him in time. Ghost Colt's on just starting a lap.
Just starting it to
So
see
the
if
next
we can.
man to set will be Mr. ARL Merckx. 3/10 up through the second sector. Shows that he's got the pace.
Yeah. Well, I do know Ghost. We do know he's faster, seeing as he was faster in Q1. So has he got anything else left?
Go across
in
the line.
that
P2.
Mercedes?
Currently Williams 1-2. Lovely.
Oh, that'd be nice to see,
Ham
wouldn't it?
Jam. Seeing perhaps if he can spoil the party. He goes fastest. He does indeed. How about Callum McKeon? What's he got in the locker? He can't improve. Well, actually, he does improve, but he doesn't improve his position.
Look at the state of
Jam
that
is
from
on
the
a
Haas
flying
to the
lap, so it'll
Ferrari.
be Rizal.
One
Oh, I thought he was going into pits then, was Rizal. Here we go. What's he going to do? He goes P5.
Straight up to P5.
That is
from
followed by,
P7.
is that Smoke? He's on an out lap, so no need to worry about him.
We've actually got
Bez is pulling
Ghost
into the
Colt
pits,
coming
and Ghost
through.
Colt, he will be.
Yes.
3/10 up, crosses the line.
Into
P9.
ninth.
Could he get into Q3, I should say?
So we've
we'll
actually,
have
to
wait
be
and
fair
see.
though, we have got our two debuters in 8th and in 9th.
Yeah, I believe the only man on a flying lap at the minute, I believe, is Jam. Might be wrong, but that's what I'm believing, so I'm going to be riding on board with him. I've just seen Merckx go into the pits.
Yeah, and
Everyone's
Mitzi is the
through.
one behind. So Mitzi is about to start his hot lap just after this.
Yeah, he's going to need to do one soon. He hasn't set a lap time yet. He likes to leave it late sometimes, this Mitzi. So, here we see, down the back straight goes Jam. Of course, your championship leader can win it tonight. He should win it tonight, really.
Up
He
into
goes P2,
second.
just behind his brother.
I'm going to ride on
Mitzi
board
starts
with
his
Mitzi.
lap, and I'm sure Jam will be looking to get out of the way shortly. Get out of the way. He's a bit footing too far away, to be fair. Give him a nice toe down to
Try and
turn
get a
forward.
toe, yeah.
That was a bit close, though, to be fair. Looking at it.
Mitzi did leave it quite
you
close.
weren't there for Germany. It was my commentating debut alongside Ranga, and it was quite interesting when we saw Mitzi crash into the back of his teammate, who was Valtteri Bottas at the time, and he was doing a toe with him in Q2, and they both crashed. He crashed into the back of him, took himself out of the session, which was not great.
No, doesn't sound great. Especially when it's your teammate, it makes it a bit worse, doesn't it, really?
Start lap.
But Mitzi's just coming into sector 3. He doesn't show any kind of purple sectors at the moment, but he just needs to get himself into that top 10.
So,
And the top 10 this time is
Mitzi.
actually spread by quite a lot, by 0.9. The top 10 is spread by this time.
Go crosses the line, and it's
Third.
P3. I was already looking up to the top of that when I saw Mitzi.
Yeah, I was in the same thing.
Good result. Here comes Smoke. He improves on his lap time just, but he doesn't improve his
And
position.
Freeman, wow, with
Freeman's
a
just gone
stunning lap into
P2. I
second.
don't know how I managed to miss that, but
I was just about to say it.
Start a lap time. Is that Paraquic's just behind him? He's invalid, so he'll be starting a new lap now.
So we've got
probably.
Crazed Bear then coming
Crazed
into
Bear,
sector
he's the next
3.
person to finish that. Let's see how he does coming through sector 2.
And he's 6
6
tenths up at the
on his
moment.
lap time.
So he's doing well at the moment, which will actually bring him up into the top 10 if he carries on doing it well.
Yeah, right, so here we go. What
Crazed
we
Bear
going to see
from
from here?
15 to an 8th.
P8.
It's a good lap.
Maybe you might have to set another lap. We'll have to wait.
Which
and
has
see,
actually took the two new men down into 11th and 12th now.
As Callum's about to start a lap. Ghost Colt's on his out lap as well.
Yep.
I believe.
So Callum is actually now
Is
starting.
Mitzi on a flyer at the minute?
No, he's in the
not. He's
pits.
actually just pulled into the pits. How about Smoke? Smoke isn't either.
Pits and then
They might
Freeman,
have
I'm going to
enough
say
time, maybe
pits.
to just about enough time.
Yeah, Freeman
Rizal,
follows in the pits.
He's coming out.
But we have got who is he's either about to
Yeah, he's about to start a
start
lap,
a
I
lap
believe.
or The motion hazard
Paraquix
has just come out.
is ready, although he hasn't run very high ERS, so maybe he's thinking about doing another lap now. We'll have to wait and see with that. It looks like he's going to be starting another lap. Yeah, looking at that time, he was 2.8 seconds down. Your Ghost Colt is about to start a lap. We've also got Crazy there. Yeah, he's just gone into the pits. And it's Callum McKeon, who's set a purple sector 2.
He's doing very well at the moment.
Driver.
He's coming down.
He's retired.
He's not put a foot wrong. He comes across finish
Callum,
line from 11.
the line.
Stunning lap there.
Stunning lap, lovely. Here comes Hoopalicious is going to be the next man. No, he's not. It's actually going to be Motion Hazard.
Motion Hazard's just out
on that lap
as
well.
come.
But Hoopalicious will be the next man to set a lap. So
yes.
Check, yeah. Hoopalicious followed by Paraquix.
And Bez is on an out lap.
Here we go. As he pushes the Hoopalicious to the final corner. I guess technically not really, just down the long straight. And he goes P6, a lovely lap time.
So we know we've got
Paraquix, can I catch him? No, I can't. He goes P6.
He's just gone faster.
Ghost Colt on the debut.
Oh, to 11th.
So he won't be able to, he probably won't be setting another lap time tonight. That'll be his qualifying over. As Callum probably won't have enough time.
And Crazy Bear 12th
looking at it,
at the moment.
Should be sorted. So that's someone gone a bit wide. That's motion. That's not motion.
So we're going to have Motion Hazard,
the next man to set a lap
Rizal,
time.
and then to
it's now or never. Crazed Bear is
7
out.
temps up.
I did miss that.
He is 7 temps up at the moment.
That'll put him just there or thereabouts.
Just within.
That'll put him just ahead of Merck. So if he keeps it going.
So we had before a 0.9 split, and we've got a 0.3 now.
Bang,
to 5th.
P5. And Roselna's gone P10, which knocks both Smoke and Mercs. They're out of qualifying, which is a real shock, to be fair.
Yeah.
Could Bez perhaps see Roselna out of qualifying? He does not.
No,
he
stays 15th.
And Ghost Colt is not on a lap, which means those are the 5. Which means we have, we've got our 5 that have been eliminated. We've got our top 10.
We have got our top 10.
So that's
and we've got a new boy in the top 10, which is very interesting.
We have
Callum. Well
you
played
be
there.
thinking that a Div 2 driver who started the season in Div 3 is coming to Div 1 and gets Q3 on his debut. That's really impressive. We'll have to see where he does finish. Of course, you don't get any points for qualifying, do you? So,
no, it's not like not like Formula 2, where you can get 4 points for your pole position.
Right, okay. So that is the end. I'm just going to quickly check something on Twitch. See if I can sort something out. Back to where we are. And those are the 5 then that are eliminated. We've got ARL Mercs who can be starting P11. That's a strong place to start. I don't mind starting P11. That's not too bad. LP Smoke is in P12. Ghost Colt, the debutant, is in P13. P14 goes to Crazed Bear. P15 to Bezzers in the Red Bull. I think looking at that, maybe a shot might be Crazed Bear. He normally can get a bit higher up as well. That Smoke, of course, he normally tends to be up within the top 5-6 drivers. He's down in P12, and Mercs is normally up there in Q3 as well. He's only managed to just miss out, but then again, that P11, 12 isn't too bad to see. As,
no, it's not too bad, especially when they do get the pick of tyres. I think that's where it comes. You know, it's P11 and you can put fresh tyres on.
Yes,
but we have got our top 10 of quite a decent spec, really, to be fair.
And as we start Q3, as we wait for the first man to enter, let's get some predictions in the chat for wrong button.
For the pole man
position. Who you think's going to get pole position? For me, it's got to be Freeman. He tends to get a lot, and hopefully it's going to be. Well, hopefully for my sake, he's going to be, as both the Ferraris are coming out pretty much side by side actually. First man out on track is going to be Midzi. He tends to be first man out on track in Q3. It's quite a recurring theme, is it? It's maybe like a tradition.
Tradition for Mitzi to get straight out.
Yeah, it's, yeah, as you can see, Darnell is calling for elite Callum McKeon.
Callum McKeon,
been quite,
it'd be very, very
quite
nice.
Close in Div 2 this season. There's really, if Callum's getting elite, you've got to be up there yourself, mate. To be completely honest. Yeah, so yeah, let's get some predictions. Who are we saying? Yeah, so as I said, I'm saying Freeman. What's your bet?
My bet. You know what? I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go with the man with the full pressure. I'm gonna go Jam. I think Jam might just be able to pull it off. I don't think he's shown us everything he's got just yet. I think he's teasing
maybe
us,
a bit of sandbags.
waiting for Q3. Because I do know he's got pressure on.
Yeah, it was something that I actually forgot to point out, and Merckx has just pointed it out. Of course, he finished P11, and he was 2/10, in fact, to be exact, 0.218 seconds off of the pole, well, the P1 time in Q2, which just kind of shows the ridiculousness of this.
Yeah,
of
definitely,
this, really.
especially
We've got some predictions.
halfway through was a lot different. So go on then. What are the predictions? I've actually not got my my comments up, so you're gonna have to do the predictions for me.
Yeah, no. So
Till I get them up.
We've got Jackie Ladd saying Freeman for P1. We've got B Dunker said Ham Jam. Darnell says Freeman as well. Anyone else?
Jackie Ladd, that's a friend of mine. Jackie Ladd, try to get in there with a Freeman, eh? So how many votes have we got for Freeman? Because you've put one vote in. We've got a few more, I'm guessing.
Right, Midzi goes fast. 108 is flat, so a good start.
It's a very good start with Ham, should I say? Behind, 0.2 slower. Motion hazard in the 9s. It's a shock. Oh, look at that. Rizal and Hoopalicious set at exactly the same time of a 1.8.
Oh, wow, yeah.
108.277. There we go. There's
Ryan
into
Jones
the
sets
7th.
the
Ryan
fastest.
Jones.
And here comes Callum McKeon to go P8. Motion has to set his out up on the mediums, which is quite interesting to say to the least. So there's some very close racing. And Jam is on an app, I believe. No, he's just starting an app. So did he invalidate the first one, or was he just? Oh no, he's just a little. He's come out in a bit clearer. Yeah. Came out in a bit of clear air as he starts his flying lap now, as everyone else has done it. So at the minute, Ryan Jones is the man to beat after the first what's that? First session.
After the first hot laps.
You can say first stint, but yeah. Can't really think of the word.
The first hot laps.
Yeah, Jam is the man to beat, so of course it's only mandatory that we ride on board with him.
But we have got a Haas who has just come across the start-finish line, ready for another lap, as everybody else has gone into the pits.
That's Ham, I believe.
I believe it is. Yes, I'm gonna have to say.
He's just gone up to 2 laps and is fitted. So yeah, Paraquix has done the same as well. As here comes Jam to cross the line. Just riding on board with him. Where's he going to go? That's four, just ahead of his brother. Of course it is. Those two are pretty much inseparable when it gets to the track.
I do believe though, when I was on the track the other day, if you do leave your tyres for 1 or 2 laps, I do believe they'd actually are better. I believe the rubber just wears in a little bit better for myself. I was
I have noticed as well is that because I was talking about it before and how it kind of is to be quite good. And I was thinking about doing that for the race for Friday, but I didn't actually do it. And that's if you kind of go out, you can basically do a second warm-up lap. Because you have enough fuel in the tank with the minimum fuel that you can get. There's enough to be done there, which is a bit strange, really. his paraquit's going to improve. I didn't see what his time was in the second sector. He's going to carry on.
Oh.
And he does improve by two tenths.
Yeah. But it don't improve his actual position.
So Jam is starting a new lap, I believe. Yeah. Is there anything else really to say? We're going to see if there's any more. Ranger has said Callum for pole. I think that'd be amazing if Callum Mickey does. Ridiculous, but if he does, that'd be quite cool. To be fair.
So we've just got B Dunk saying he's either invalidated in turn 1 for pushing the limits too hard, or turn 2, I mean. To be fair, it is very easy to push the limits on turn 2. Like you say, when you go across that, when you're going across the line, sometimes I've had two tyres on that line, and it still invalidates you. It's so easy to invalidate yourself on turn 2, but if you can get it perfect, then you can get an absolute stonking lap.
Now here comes Jam.
Jam, is he getting any faster?
Second lap as Midsy's also out. He's
Only
gone
just
P3,
faster.
just below Midsy, who has started a new lap. He's on an outlet, so he'll be looking to see if he can get 3 stints. I reckon this is probably a track that you can get 3 stints in Q3 with. So for instance, USA last weekend, we probably couldn't have made that. I think it was quite clear. It would have been quite hard to make 3 stints. But around here, it's probably a little bit easier with the slower lap times. I guess I don't know.
Yeah, we've only been a minute. We've only been a minute 10. It only takes you a minute 30 to actually go around the track in a slow manner as such. We have got Motion Hazard, who is on a hot lap, trying to see if he can get himself. He does need 4 tenths quicker just to go to 9th. So as you can tell, that is how much it is that close. Yeah. It really is that close.
The hashes have gone out for.
Again, they've gone out very, very close. They have gone out very, very close together.
So here comes Motion Hazard, and I'm on board with it as the cameras are all focusing in on him. Number
Freeman,
90.
You're right. This is intense, but you need to get out there because we still need a faster lap out of you yet, son.
I have noticed that we are into the 1 minute 7s. I didn't. You might have pointed that out. I didn't realise.
I have pointed it out, yes, already. Ryan with the first 1 minute 7.9. It is only just, but we have got the 1 minute 7s.
Motion Hazard seems to be he was a bit slow in that one, so I think he might be going again. He doesn't have much DRS though. There's Ham and Callum. Ham is 1/10 up.
Callum is only just he's 3 tenths up. Callum's doing really well.
Yeah.
Just there and thereabouts, might go there with quits.
Here comes Ham, P3. How about Callum? As he crosses the line now.
Callum crossing the line. It's P6. It's a brilliant lap.
108.2. That's lovely.
It's a brilliant lap there, Callum.
I'm sure those guys will be hoping to get a faster. Maybe be able to get out for another stint later on.
Well, we have got Paraquits out on an
outlap
at the moment, who's just coming to sector 3.
Yeah, he'll be the first person to set a lap. So we've got Paraquits out. We have Hooperlicious out. He's the one just behind him. We've got Ryan Jones.
We have got Ryan Jones who thinks he can get faster. Let's have a look. That would be nice to see. So we've got Paraquits now, actually just on now a hot lap.
Rozeln is just behind Ryan Jones. He might have an interesting shot for pole, maybe.
And we finally got Freeman,
started his lap.
Who's chewing his own words. Let's have your intent, Sonny Jim. Let's get faster. Let's see if you can get into that 7s. So he's just on his lap at the moment.
Words. you can't make. I backed him for pole. He's not allowed to.
He's in 5th at the moment, but he is only a 10th off. So he's not far, but we have got Paraquits just in front of him, who is on the hot lap at the moment, coming into is in sector 2.
There's B Dunk says, my boy Hula Hoop.
Hula.
Maybe a mate or something, who knows.
So we've got Paraquix
and the final
at the
sector we
moment
go.
is 2.5 seconds off his time, so he's not going any
So I
faster.
think he'll be going again.
I think he might just be going again.
We'll go. Oh, we can't go on board with Hoop either because he's down on lap time. Maybe they've been taking our advice on board.
I think I'm going to
Ryan
follow.
Jones is going for a lap. He's the next man.
Is he the next man I've got? Well, we have got Freeman who's just started a lap, so why are on with Ryan? I'm just going to stay on with Freeman and see if he can do what you want him to do for you.
Looks like the man behind is Ham and Callum. It's quite interesting. They're setting laps on their old compounds. And they'll probably be trying to go again if they can. Anyway, here comes Ryan Jones. Will he improve his lap time?
He has
He
improved
does,
his lap time, not by a
he's
lot.
still 1 minute 9, so he's only just quicker. Means
At the
he
moment,
starts a lap.
we have got Freeman who has
Rizal
improved
is
his
gonna
lap
be the
time
next
at the
man.
moment.
Where does he go? Oh, he starts another lap. Great one. Everyone's starting new laps. What's this about? Callum's pitted, so that's his qualifying over.
I think we're doing what I was saying.
Motion
Oh,
has
there we go.
Jam's
has
gone
put it up
fastest.
into there.
How did I manage?
said he had all
I've
the
managed
pressure
to
on.
miss that, and I'm really gutted.
So we had Ham who put
But
it
that
into
is a 1 minute
7.9,
7.8.
and then
Here comes
we've got him doing
Paraquix.
that.
He goes
Who is-
P5.
ooh, this is tasty. Now we've
It's
got
Freeman.
Freeman. Jumped.
He's going to go
Oh,
faster with
took it.
107.8. He's only managed to take that. That's a lap and a half, is that?
Well, I think
He's
the
the man to
commentators have
beat.
done well here. I
Hooperlicious
said one.
is the man, next man to cross the line. Can he improve on his lap time? Because he won 1 minute 8.2 at the minute. He goes through.
We have got Mitsu's
very
up
tight
by
there.
a tenth.
Crosses the line, and that's P6.
We've got Mitsu going down the final straight, who's up a tenth at the moment on his
Ryan
lap time
Jones is too late.
in the
Mitzi
pits.
can be quick.
And he's
And it's
second.
P2, he splits our predictions. he
Oh,
he
Mitzi,
splits
Mitzi,
Freeman and
Mitzi.
Ham. Rizal pulls into the pits, which means Motion has her.
Is he going any
Cross the line.
faster? He does.
He goes P6.
Wow. It's good to see.
Jam is not going fast enough. Ham is slowing up as well.
I think everybody
Paraquix
now.
isn't on a lap.
Yeah.
Freeman
Paraquix is
isn't
slower.
on a lap either. So I
So
think that is...
Settles it.
Oh, Freeman is on pole.
Freeman to Mitzi to Jam. Wow.
Well,
That
well,
was
well.
very, very fast. That's all I can say to that one. They are your top three for the qualifying.
Look at that. We said we'd get into 1 minute 7s. The top 5 are all 1 minute 7, 8s or 9s.
Yeah.
So,
Motion has her very close to it.
as they said, imagine doing a 1 minute 8.0 and only finishing P8. That's really unlucky for Paraquix, isn't it? That's ridiculous. That just shows just how quick these cars really are.
Yeah. Shows how much
And
competition
that
is actually in
the
here.
End of qualifying. So it will be SLR Freeman on pole position and be starting on the front row of the grid alongside the Toro Rosso of Midzu 15. We've got our championship leader who can win it tonight with Jam Ham in the Renault. Of course, they can win the constructors. In fact, we already said that they probably won the constructors already in P3. Look at that. That's half a tenth slower than Freeman in first. Ryan Jones in P4 in the Williams. That's Ham Jam. Of course, the championship contender. It's going to be a hard task for him, but can he do it? We'll have to wait out and see. He starts P5. That's Motion Hazard in P6 in a double McLaren in P6 and P7 of Hooperlicious. That's Paraquix in P8 for Red Bull. The other Haas, the Div 2 driver, Callum McKean, in P9, and Rizal rounds out the top 10 in P10. Oh, I guess that makes sense in the Ferrari.
And we've actually only got 4 tenths of a second splitting P1 to P10. It's absolutely ridiculous. It just shows how fast these boys are actually trying to get, and it just shows how much competition is out there to say there's only 4 tenths of a second from P1 to P10.
And
Wow.
as it is the SLR tradition, I guess you could say it's a tradition. Maybe it's more of a rule than a tradition. But, of course, if you are new to SLR, you may not know, but you can now. We have a 5-minute break in between Q3 to the race, to the start of the race when the host will ready up. just in case, maybe you fancy joining the league. If you think you're faster than these guys, maybe you can drop a message to one of the LOs and they'll maybe sort you out. Of course, we've got SLR Anger. He's always in the chat having a look around for new drivers. Got of course, a new division next season. But if you think you're faster, drop him an invite and you can have a know about all these rules. That is true, B-Dunk. That is true. I get perhaps a sanitization break, I guess you could say.
Well, I got told the other day Ranga doesn't speak any sense, but I think in this group chat at the moment he speaks a lot of sense. Awesome show, boys. Very proud. Thank you very much. That's all I can say to that one. It's been a pleasure.
It's been a great show. It's been
yeah.
I mean, we don't have to do as much. It's more the drivers that are putting on there.
Yeah, thank you, drivers. Thank you, all 20 drivers, for a great show.
Yeah. These guys. Well, that's rather interesting. So I've just got an image from Freeman. So from the inside Ferrari Intel, I guess you could say, we've got there is supposed to be a little drop of rain towards the end of the race. It's quite. So of course we've got the 7 icons that you get every race, and it says that the sixth, not the 7th, but only the 6th. It's got a little bit of light rain, so perhaps we'll get a few droplets towards the end of the race. But, maybe towards the middle, who knows? With this game, it can be anywhere, really, can't it?
Yeah, it can spawn to wherever. It can spawn at wherever. But I just had another comment off Ranga. Can't wait to see you race. Ranga, which one? Because you've seen us both
I'm
race
assuming
now.
he means B-Dunk, who, of course, joined today as well.
He has, yes.
As Ghost Colt, who starts quite high up today. He's our debutant. He's an anticipated arrival, I think it's fair to say, is B-Dunk. And he says, I've joined about to wipe the floor with him. And he goes, only joking.
Oh.
These guys are very quick. And yeah, he's not wrong.
Like you say, it's...
Para has just said, wow, I only saw that drop just now. Thanks, Freeman. I guess it's more. So I've revealed Freeman's deepest and darkest secrets, I guess. Gutted.
Well, Freeman will be cursing the commentator if the commentator curse has been struck.
Yeah, cursing the commentator for the commentator curse. Well, just say that 5 times over. Wow.
Go on, I'll give you that one. I'm not having it.
No, I'm fine. Anyway, hopefully we'll get ready and up soon. I don't quite know how it is. So B-Dunk reckons he can predict the finishing results. Well, I have a task for all of you guys back in the chat. Of course, we do it every week. I need you guys to predict what you think is going to be our podium finishes tonight. Who's going to be first? Who's going to be second? Who's going to be third? Freeman's readied up, which I'm assuming means it's time to start. Was that a quick 5 minutes, or was that right? I can't quite tell.
It seemed like a quick one, but we are busy, so it might just be because we are busy.
B-Dunk has predicted the finishing result, and he said B-Dunk P0. And I was talking to one of the Div 2 drivers earlier, and I said P0 is technically even better than P1 if you're counting down, aren't you? So, yeah, someone said that he wants to go into Div 0, and I mean, that'll be SLR Elite next season. As Freeman gets us going, of course, off the front of the grid. And he gets us going
in the formation.
It's quite a quick formation lap, so it would take me...
Yeah.
Probably have to go quite quick as I go through the order. So we've got SLR Freeman in the Ferrari. Of course, he's, I think, third place in the... I think he's 4th place in the championship. He actually starts ahead of the man that is 3rd place in the championship, which is Midzi in the Toro Rosso. We've got our championship leader, can win it tonight. We'll have to wait and see. Ham Jam, of course, he starts directly behind Ham Jam, his brother, and the championship contender. 40 points split them, and he's going to have a tough task if he is to beat his brother today and take it to Abu Dhabi. Splitting them, we've got Ryan Jones in the Williams in P4. He's had a strong qualifying session. He's always up there as Ryan Jones because he got his first win not too long ago. And he got a podium last time out, if I remember rightly. We've got both the McLarens in P6 and P7. Motion Hazard in P6. Hooperlicious, the American, in P7. Got Paraquix one of our quick old Dutchies. He's in P8. We've got Callum McKeon, the Div 2 driver, coming up for a little bit of a test, see where his pace is for next season. He's up in P9 in front of P10, which is Roseln in the Ferrari. We've got Aaron Merckx and LP Smoke, two veterans, I guess you could say maybe. They are in P11 and P12, as I think I already said, in the Alfa Romeo and the Williams. We've got Ghost Colt in P13, Crazed Bear in P14, as I'm going to have to whiz through this now. Bezzers is in P15, Kevin GT in the other Alfa, he's in P16. Fingerboy is in the other Renault, he's going to be hoping for a little bit better in P17 to help us out his teammate. JH is in 18th, Lick the Stamps in P19, and Saxman will finish off the grid in P20 after serving a qualifying ban. That's quite a slow formation that from Saxman. You might have to think about that. Anyway, here we go. Then.
So we'll quickly, just before the lights are out, we have got our first prediction from B Dunk with Mitzi in P1, Jamham and then Freeman to finish the podium. So let's have it.
5 red lights. And it's lights out and we're underway. And that seems to be a very good start from Freeman. He's done well to cover off Midzi. And it looks like, in fact, Midzi's going to have a chance ready outside of Jam, is it? No, he's not quite. It's absolute chaos going down there as all the positions are changing all over the place as we continue through.
We've got Crazed Bear.
As we've got a yellow flag, and that's Motion Hazard has gone round, so's Crazed Bear. Both of them looks like they've been coming together. Ghost Colt has had a problem as well.
Colt has actually got spun. I think he got spun there by Lick the Stamp.
Did he now? Ride on board with Ham as he's on the back of Ryan Jones. As Callum McKeon's had a big fall. I think he may have had a little bit of a spin as well. He's down to P16, which is a bit of gutting because, of course, he's looking to show his pace tonight. As our top 5 remain unchanged, as it's Freeman from Midzi, from Jamham, from Ryan Jones, from
Motion Hazard has left the session.
As Motion Hazard left the session, could you perhaps try and give him send him an invite to try and get him back in? If you could?
Yeah, let's see if I can try and get him back in.
It was always worth a try. As I'm going to make sure I get everything that I need up because I may have forgotten to do that. Let's change that. Right, I think that's everything I want. We're going to do position changes. So our biggest mover at the minute is Lick the Stamp, who's gone up to P11 as JH has got past Bezzers. Could JH perhaps go for a dive into turn 1? Here we ride on board with him. He's going to let him... Oh, Saxman's gone up his inside. I missed that. Callum McKeon perhaps on the back of these guys. Could he make a move? Let's see. He goes around the inside I should say, of JH. What am I on about? Anyway, nonetheless... is he going to perhaps go for a move? No, he's not. He's going to cover off maybe JH there. Yeah, he does cover him off nicely. As we go back to the front guys, it's Midzi from No, Midzi's not from Freeman. It's Freeman from Midzi. From Jam, from Ryan, from Ham. I can't speak. Roseln is going side by side with Hoopalicious. They were going side by side. Oh, he's hit the back of him. That's a shocking angle there. So I'm going to... Is he going to send it? Oh, he's hit the back of him again.
He keeps going very, very close. It looks like Hoopalicious is breaking a bit earlier than Rosell. We have actually just got another prediction.
He's looking for a little bit there. Could he perhaps get a little bit of slipstream, try and get off his back? Bezos is looking for a move on Fingerboy, it looks like. It's a bit further down the field. Rizelna's got a good getaway from that final corner, it must be said. Perhaps he might be going for a move on Hoopalicious. We're going to ride on board with him. It's surely too far back. Yeah, he's going to perhaps sit behind, maybe try for it. DRS is an
Bezos just throwing it down the inside of Fingerboy.
Are those two running side by side? They are still as all. Fingerboy almost loses the back end. We go back to Roseln. Is he going to... DRS has been enabled, but Hoopalicious managed to cover him off as Merckx watches that take place. We've got a nice little train for P11. Of course, no points are on offer for P11 down. There's a bit of a gap forming between LP Smoke in 10th and Lick the Stamp in 11th. Lick the Stamp has done very well. It's gone up from P19 to P11. That's great.
Yeah, we've actually got Hoopalicious leading that train from P7 down to P10. After that, we've got a bit of a gap from P10.
So we've got two trains kind of splitting each other right now. Yeah, with a bit of a gap between those guys. Will there be a move perhaps from this leading bunch? Roseln is right on the back of him. He's going to get DRS here on the back of Hoopalicious. Can he perhaps get a move done? Doesn't look like Hoopalicious is going to have DRS on the car ahead of him. And Paraquix round the outside.
There's a hell of a lot quicker.
Here he goes. They're going side by side into turn 1. Hoopalicious locks up a little bit there. He goes into the side pod. which you can tune into on a Wednesday night. I must just had to do a little plug there, but because it just fits well. Nonetheless, here comes Superlicious. Is he going to try and get him back? Oh, he breaks very late, but not quite enough there for Rizelm.
We actually did have then Kevin and Crazy Bear side by side round the corner, side by side, all the way down the straight. They're still side by side coming in.
Still
to the
side by
fourth corner
side,
and
wow.
fifth corner. They're actually great racing from these two drivers.
Amazing racing by
coming
Crazy
in
Bear
to
and
the
Kevin
sixth
GC.
corner. And Kevin has actually got the move done, but Crazy Bear is back into
No, he
his
hasn't.
inside.
Crazy Bear sends it to his
See where he's
inside.
going.
Battling
Luckily,
all over
Kevin's
the
got
park.
the
It is
inside
in
of this
Div 1,
corner.
you can tell.
And Crazy Bear is still
They're
not
still
giving up.
going
He's on the
side by
inside
side.
of
They've been
this
side by
one.
side the entire lap.
Oh, wow.
Is he going to get the move done? No, he's not. Kevin GC managed to keep it round. Down inside for this corner. Lick the stamp, gets a
I have
penalty.
never seen this one. Andy's actually
And
kept
Crazy Bear
it
has
into the
managed
last
to finally
corner.
get it done.
Wow.
Into the last. Oh, there's someone gone off. That's Fingerboy. He's gone
Fingerboy is
very
off,
wide
is he?
there. Oh, he's spun it again. Luckily, there's no one there to get him to get in the way of. Oh, and he's reset to track and he's done it as well. That's not good. Knows that's not allowed. Oh, as he spins even more, he'll be putting it into the pits, I think, for a new front wing. There's Freeman's right on the back of Midzi here. I did just miss that somehow. The Saxman has lost a few positions as well. He's got a. I can't catch up with him. He's round as well. It turned that turned 3 on the exit turn 3. I think I spun there in that one.
Yeah,
So,
we've actually still got
Fingerboy has continued on.
Kevin
which
and
is a bit weird.
Bear again, side by side, around turn 5. They are still
Round 2 for
fighting.
those two. This is amazing. What a
Absolute
battle
great
between
driving
those.
by
This is
them
going to be
both.
battle of the century. This is.
Especially
It's hard.
when
It's hard
Mitzi's
to
just
overtake me and
got the
Gareth,
lead.
but I mean, it must be done really. We keep on
Just
going
a quick one,
side
Owen,
by
can
side
you
still.
invite Hazard, try and invite Hazard back if he hasn't already joined, just it isn't letting me do it.
I'll have a go. Can you keep us updated? Cause the
Yep,
stream
I will
won't
keep you
be,
updated, that's no
live.
problem at all. And we have got Freeman trying to take that lead back. We have just had Kevin lose the back end, which is puts Colt right on the back of him. So we'll just quickly keep an eye on this one, coming down to the first corner with Colt. Is he going to take 15th spot? Freeman has got very, very close there to miss it, but just not close enough.
Right, okay, I've sent him the invite. Hopefully he'll manage to get in. And
Brilliant.
we've
We've got Colt coming down
move
the
on
inside now of Kevin.
I think Frizzell looked like a little bit go for it then. As the gaps are all still
Very nice.
forming. We might have to start looking at some tyres, I think. Looking at the tyres. We always like to have a look at the tyres. I've done the wrong thing again. Typical me. Nonetheless, we move on. And Freeman... Yeah, that train down to P5, maybe even P6. In fact, Roselms looks like he's making his way up there. Of course, he's gained a few positions. He's up to P7. A good race from the Ferrari man. As, that train is ever growing. Probably down to P9 almost now. There's almost a second split in each car. Is there going to be a move? Freeman looks like he's going to be too far back. I have just
Looks too
noticed,
back for this
I don't know
corner.
how I missed that. Midzi overtook Freeman. When was that?
Mitchell overtook Freeman. That was a couple of laps ago. That was when they were side by side, Bear and Kevin. We have actually just got a lap car coming out the pits, which is Fingerboy, and they're very, very close to Fingerboy, which is Ryan Jones. No, he's
There he
backed
is, yeah.
right
Just
off, which is
watching all the
actually
guys
good.
go past him as he slows down to let him.
Yeah,
go.
he's completely stopped nearly at turn 4, which is not bad at all.
Yeah,
Well
so you
played
don't
there by
really fancy
Fingerboy.
going- Yeah, that's a good move there. He's then gone to the outside to kind of make sure those guys get through. As here goes lick the stamp.
Unfortunately, Lick the Stamp went very wide himself. With Callum,
Did.
he is now. This is not a very good race for Fingerboy. I don't know what he's done to
Isn't.
bring himself
For
into the pits.
Notice in the tyre choices, which of course we can now show, we've got Lick the Stamp. Of course, he's one of the higher runners from where he started. Of course, started P19. He's down. He's up to P12. He was up to P11, but I believe Bez has overtook him. He's on the hards. LP Smoke started P12. He's on the mediums, and we've got Ghost Colt. He's on the mediums. JH started on the hards. Saxman started on the mediums, and Fingerboy's pitted for another set of soft tyres. Anyway, move on. Ham. Oh, that battle seems to be a little bit juicy near the top.
It is. We've
Merckx
got a
can go
train
for a
of
move on
5
him.
split by just short of 2 seconds.
It's just going to be a DRS train. You want to get yourself out of a DRS train. It's always a bit of a struggle. You can just get them
Yeah.
so frequently around here. You really can.
The top
Is
6
Crazy
split
Bear
by 2 seconds is,
Callum McKeon.
well, it's
He's
very
got
close.
Barber. Ghost Colt here and Kevin. Down the inside he goes. Doesn't quite get the move done. That's unfortunate for him. He's close though. Who else we
Very
got? Have we got
close.
anybody else?
The only person we've got Crazy Bear
Paraclix
dropping
has
down the
joined that train
inside
now.
at the moment of Callum, but he's just not made it stick. But he's trying to get past Callum.
Yeah, maybe
They're
he
both on
might
the
make it
same
into
live
another
tyres.
tight turn here. He's not going to go for that. It is a tough one to make as Fingerboy's just got a 5-second penalty for ignoring blue flags in front of Liquid Stamps.
It must be very hard though, really. It's how do you
Here comes,
you keep
surely
going?
Crazy Bear's going to go for a move on Callum here. Callum had a dodgy start. It seems that he got quite a bit down as seems that B Dunk has made himself
and he's
a
got
little
he's got the
highlighted
DRS.
message
He looks
saying
like this.
excellent racing.
Yes.
Crazy Bear goes past him. Is Callum going to fight it? No, he's not.
We've actually got Colt who's just.
We've
We've actually just got Ghost Colt who's actually just got past Kevin on the finals on the start finish straight.
I'm riding on board with Kevin now. Can we see? It's a little bit of
The
a
RS is
move.
open. Can we get a move down into turn?
Around the outside he goes into turn 4. Is Ghost Coat going to...
A little bit of a touch there with the
try and
wheels.
stick it in.
Ghost
still going
racing
side by
very
side.
nicely.
Through turn
I just
5.
think they're both on different tyres, but Colt's tyres are going to start to
Yeah,
actually get
he's
better and
forced him
better.
out to the outside there as Kevin. We saw 2 cars go side by side there in Div 3 last night, and it did not end well right at the last lap. As Aaron Merckx has passed through Pelicious now. Did he maybe make a mistake? Because Merckx is miles up. Yeah?
He is
Might have made a
miles.
mistake.
Yeah, we've actually got Freeman very, very close now to Mitzi. He's taking the
Side
lead.
by side they go.
Can he keep it
Round
down?
the outside of goes, you can just see the end plate
This
there.
is very
He
close.
sticks it in side
And
by
he cut the
side.
corner a little bit.
That's a shocking move.
But now we've actually got Mitzi who
camera
does get the better exit.
Bez
And gets the
got
RS.
past LP Smoke. They
So
continue,
Mitzi's taken to
side by
turn
side
4.
they go. Round the
Yeah,
outside goes
Mitzi
Mitzi.
very easy into turn 4.
Freeman
Takes the
can't
lead
stick
back.
it, and as that train
Wow.
still continues, as Jam, Ryan, Ham, and Parrot all just watch and learn, almost hopefully trying to make themselves a little move later on.
Yeah,
Zelm
well,
is in P7. He's probably slowly catching that train, I'd assume.
well, I was just watching Lick the Stamp
the-
and Bear, and Lick the Stamp closing very, very quickly, but using no ERS and just
He's
his
got a
DRS.
no, of course.
So we weren't using
Crazy
any
there
of it.
did just overtake him down into turn 1. I did notice.
Ah, right. Well, he didn't. Yeah, he didn't actually.
yeah, he's gained a few
anywhere
positions
after
in quick succession as Crazy Bear. He's making a little charge for himself. He does tend to do quite well in the race, I've noticed, as Crazy Bear. So it'd be good to see him perhaps do a little bit well tonight.
Yeah, it would be. Definitely would be. We've actually just got 2 more predictions in, by the way. We've actually got Jackie Lad, for Freeman to finish first, Ryan Jones second, and Jamham third, and then Orin Crusher said Mitzi for the win. At the moment,
Here comes Freeman.
he's looking.
Is he going to go for a dive? Trademark
He's
Freeman
gonna
dive.
he's gonna
bomb,
stay
not
back a little bit,
in
isn't he?
he's not got it in his arsenal for tonight.
I know at the
Seems he's not
moment
going
you've got
for it.
Jamham looking like he's just staying behind and waiting for some kind of either mistake or
However, he doesn't want to really fancy getting involved in all of that. He'll try and stick out, I'm sure. He's just got to abide by a time. At the minute, he's going to be world champion for Div 1 as it stands, but have to wait and see. So, it continues on that train as Saxman. Is that Saxman? What's the yellow flags for? I can't quite tell. It's not Fingerboy, is it?
it probably is Fingerboy again.
Anyway, the train
No,
continues.
Fingerboy
The
is
closest to are going to be Freeman and Midzi, maybe even Ryan and Ham. Freeman's got the overspeed. Goes to the outside.
Going on the outside.
The dive around the outside. Midzi's tried to cover
Got
him
the
off. He can
inside.
then take it to the inside there. Midzi continues
Brilliant
as they go
driving
side by
from them
side.
two.
They're really showing their prowess.
And Mitz has
to
actually
say
got the
he's,
RS there. Is he? But nobody's got the RS.
Oh, that's a strange one.
That was a strange one. Nobody had the RS open. Down that straight.
Oh, there. That train continues, and you can definitely tell Rizal is there, just waiting in the wings, ready to perhaps pounce on one. Always Freeman. Looks like Midzi broke a little bit early there and almost backed him into Jam. I'm sure Mitzi will
Into
hopefully
Jam.
be trying to do that. Maybe try and back Freeman into Jam. That might be quite an interesting strategy if he fancies it. Of course, it might be a bit dodgy. Maybe people won't like it. As Saxman and Hazard just gone side by side to turn 4, and Saxman ended up off the track. Well, Ham's right on the back of Ryan Jones. Perhaps could he go for a move into turn 1? We'll have to wait and see, so I'm going to ride on board with him.
He is. The only problem is Jones has still got DRS, hasn't he?
Inside, outside, where are you going to go? He's not got too much over speed, so he's
Well,
going
we've
to
actually got Freeman just gone to the outside.
Top two are going again.
And yet Freeman has just took the lead, but is he going to get anything?
He has.
I am riding on board still with
Hooperlicious has just got a 5-second penalty for speeding. Midzy,
right
round the
at
outside he
back.
goes. Hooperlicious retires from the race in the pits. Midzy gets it back into turn 4.
Gets it back, but Ham just stays behind Ryan, keeps it wise instead of diving down his inside. He decided he wants to stay in this race, but it just made...
I can see some raindrops. I definitely
We can
saw
see some raindrops.
then.
What lap did we
Riding
say
on board
before?
with
Was
Ham.
it 6? It's double that.
Yeah, it's definitely. We said that it was going to be on the 6th icon of the 7, so you'd expect a bit more further to the end, not even halfway through the race. So yeah, we've still got another 5 laps until we're halfway through, and maybe we'll be thinking about some inters soon. Of course, it's not expecting to be for too long, as we've got a yellow flag. That looks like it's going to be. Oh, is that maybe Hooperlicious' car? I can't quite tell. Was it JH? I can't. Oh, I don't have a clue. I'm trying to think. Oh no, it's going to be motion hazards.
It's motion.
Car,
no, it's Hooper Leisure. Yeah, he's gone out in turn 4.
Yeah, no, he was his retired car came back out of the pits. As it continues on, DRS is still continuing on, as Rizal has definitely joined that party for the lead.
And this time, have we got Freeman taking the lead into turn 4, or is he not going to be able to just get it? So we've got Mitzi just lifts him out wide a little bit.
Wide there.
Still very nice clean racing though there from the two boys.
Look at the overspeed Freeman had on him there. He could have got it done. As the rain
same with Jam. Though. Jam behind was still catching Mitzi as well as Freeman. He's just sat there waiting.
I'm sure Jam is absolutely loving this, watching this.
Well, we've actually got Rizal now. We've actually got a train of
mistake,
7 cars.
Hoping for an opportunity to pounce on. And would you perhaps call him an ultimate opportunist? Who knows?
Yeah. So I say, well, at the moment we're looking at. We've got Mertz in 8th, who is 1.5 seconds back from Rizal in 7th. And then Rizal from 1st is probably only 2 seconds himself from up to 1st.
Yeah, I guess it's a little bit of no
so
man's land
close.
is Merckx at the minute. He's the most loneliest man out on track. And here comes Freeman, darts to the outside, dives round the outside, he does.
He loves the outside at the moment.
To cover him off well. He sticks to the inside for turn. Oh, he's just managed to get in the big contact, but he's managed to keep it in. He's going to have DRS. For the run down to turn 4.
And he's opened it this time.
Already
he has used it. Is he going to go for turn 4?
Surely he's going to make the move done. Midzy managed to keep it round the outside.
Get it. He's still pushed it wide again on the outside, but he's still holding it in.
And he keeps that move done. There's some very aggressive defending as that from Midzy, but he's getting the job done. Must be said.
And I think we're getting Hammy, who's getting a little bit restless behind Ryan Jones with all this pack at the moment. He's
just goes round the
outside. Yeah.
I was going to say, he's looking for that
very
restless. That's a bit of a hectic move if he does. Might have been he just missed the brakes, who knows. Oh, Rizal was right on the back of Parra here.
Yeah.
Maybe Rizal might think if he's, of course,
we've got Freeman
one of the younger
right
lads.
on the gearbox.
The Ferrari drivers
Mitzi coming down the final straight now.
Driver pairings, perhaps they might be thinking about maybe being a bit young, a bit aggressive maybe. We've seen that in the past, definitely in future, IR, I guess you see, in real life F1.
Down the outside
here
again.
Here comes Freeman around the inside. We've got a few pits. We've got Ryan Jones and Ham have both pitted. So we'll see where they come out.
Probably the right thing to do
Freeman
now, to be honest.
Make the move.
But then what is it? Do they pit
what
on?
They're going to be pitting onto? Looks like it's going to be onto mediums. So they're expecting not much. There's crazy
and Ryan is
well.
just come out in front of Ham.
Not quite. Yellow flag in sector 1. Who's that? Tell.
I think it was Freeman going wide on that one. And that's what it might have been on there. I mean, I've got 2 running side by side at the moment, which is Beza and Smoke running side by side in sector 2.
Smoke going to dive it there? Yes, he does.
Dive inside. They're both on the same
then maybe he's
tired laps,
force
but different tyres.
Vestas has done well there to cover him off.
And he's
back end's
spun.
gone out and smokes round.
Back end. And that is just purely because of the rain.
Watch out,
Oh!
the stamp, he's going.
Oh, wow.
Who was that?
Who was that? I'm trying to look myself.
Oh, was that Finger Boy? Perhaps the lap,
That's
yeah, it was the
us.
lap car of Finger Boy. Went into the back of him.
It was the lap car of Finger Boy, yes, you're right. Because he's got no wing.
Massive, as we've got the rest of the leaders pitting, and it just leaves Roseln out in front. He reckons
got
he's still
Jones.
not ready to pit just yet.
Jones and Ham are so close together taking Finger Boy
As
down, which
Para's
was absolutely
pitted for
ridiculous
Inters.
of what he was doing.
He thinks that it's time for Inters. A lot of guys have pitted, expecting not much rain.
Well,
Para
we've
is
got
hoping
Ham,
the game's
who's
got a
just
bit of a glitch
overtook
going.
Ryan. That's first corner, but O'Brien's staying on the outside, took the inside, and he's still in front. Finger Boy
This
has
will be
retired his
interesting.
car, which
Will
I think he should have
Ryan
done.
Jones come out near Mitzi? There you go, he's come
Wow,
out in
this is very
P3,
close,
so
and
same
Freeman
place
is
where he was.
just in
Jam
front,
has had
so
a
this-
shocking exit.
Wow.
Jam's lost a fair few positions. He goes round the outside of Para on the Inters.
Para on the Inters.
Para's looking a bit slow, maybe the Inters wasn't quite the right tyre for him. As something
Finger
very
Boy's left.
interesting to say is that Ham and Jam basically just swapped positions.
Yeah.
Jam's now into a net P3 and Jam's into a net P5, so I don't think that will impact the championship just yet. It's going to be quite hard for Ham to get it.
Like I did say,
what
it
did we
was the
say?
right
If
time, I think,
Jams
to
is-
get in.
Roselna's pitted now. Let's see. We'll see what he pits for. Is there any battles on track? All the gaps are a bit far, to be fair. As Roselna pits, Merckx takes the lead of the race at the minute. From
I think the
Lichtenstein.
person at the moment to
from
look
Ghost
for is
Coast.
the stamp, because if the wets do come into play with him on the hards, Merckx isn't going to be able to stay out much longer on 17 old tyres for soft tyres.
Yeah, definitely.
He's going to be struggling a lot, even though he is 12 seconds
As
above.
Paraquix
Stamp.
has pitted and he's put on the medium, so clearly he knows that Inters was not the right tyre, so that's
Yeah,
quite
he's pitted
heartbreaking
again.
really for Paraquix there.
Just say we're just behind
that's-
Jam.
Yeah.
Or say he was just
Roselna's
behind
actually
Ham in the tough.
jumped Jam as well in the pits there.
Yeah.
He's jumped a few positions and he's up to a net P5 now as Roselna. So Jam's lost 3 positions under the pits. That's not great. As Midsy's on the back of Ghost Colt, which is what we're riding on board with here. Maybe he'll go for a move. Of course, Ghost Colt has got a bit more worn tyres than Midsy. As he started on these tyres, maybe he'll be thinking about a pit stop rather soon. Who knows? We'll have to wait and see. As we've got some of these guys, they're all kind of just filtering in with all the guys that have stayed out. So it's all a bit all over the place really. As Kevin GT and I believe gone side by side. Mitty
Yeah,
is going to
Paraquix
send
keeping
it.
it.
He sent it. That's a very late dive, and he's not got it done. There's probably not going to be DRS. There is still DRS. I'm surprised there's still DRS. It's so wet on track.
Yeah, because nobody's on
I'm
wet yet, is
surprised.
there? So I'm surprised.
Here comes
It's
Midsy. Of
quite
course, there is a
surprised
battle
me.
going on between Para and Kevin, but he makes the move done. He gets it done
Makes
easy.
it with
Of course,
Colt.
the wet weather maestro that is Midsy getting the job done. We're going to go back to this battle here.
Is it just me or
Is
is he
Kevin perhaps
practicing
going
for
to go for a
Monday
move
League?
on Para? He is.
I think Mitch is not going to be the one to be invited to this Monday one, I can tell you that for sure.
Yeah.
Wets with dry
Wet
tyres.
weather and dry tyres. I don't think I'd fancy attending that one, to be honest. I think I wouldn't fare too well.
Well, I think it's going to be a free
Power and
for all.
Kevin retain to go side by side as I'm watching on board with Callum McKeon as he watches it. Maybe he's
Yeah.
going to pick up pieces. Not quite. I thought he might have gone for a move on Kevin there, but he decided against it. As Para's got the move done. Is there any moves near the top? Freeman's right at the back.
Freeman
Ghost
looking
Colt.
very close, yeah.
There's been a yellow flag. Again, it doesn't tell me who it's
Sector
for. It's
3.
quite frustrating. He
Lick
sends
the
it to
stamp
inside.
and
In fact,
Mitzi.
Midsy is going for a move on Lick the Stamp here as well.
Yeah, and we've
Oh,
got a
they've
move from
crashed.
Callum.
They've hit each other and Freeman
Oh,
takes the
Mitzi,
lead.
no.
Ham goes up into second, so Midsy and Lick the Stamp clearly collided. And Midsy's getting swamped here. Ryan Jones has passed him. Ham's passed him.
Colt has
Roselna
just
is a
pushed
bit
him out
far
wide
back to
again.
look at it. Ryan Jones and Ghost Colt go side by side into turn 4. It doesn't happen in the end, so Freeman takes the net lead of the race as round the outside goes Ryan Jones on Ghost Cart. That was a great move, that was. LP Smoke has got past Motion Hazard. Of course, he's recently pitted. Fingerboy has now retired from the race. I don't know how long ago that was. That I haven't mentioned that yet. I don't know if you did.
Which one was that one?
Anything else? So yeah, so now with a big mistake there from... well, I don't know if that was a Mitzi mistake. I didn't quite see. I just saw roughly they touched as I was riding on board with Freeman, I'm pretty sure at the time. He's now got the net lead. Ryan Jones is on the back of Lick the Stamp. Let's see if there's going to be another incident with Lick the Stamp like there was last lap, or is Ryan Jones going to make it done early? It looks like he will. Oh, he's covered him off. In fact, he's gone into the pits. That was very close, that was. Ghost Colt follows him.
And we've actually got Lick the Stamp who's like speeding in the pit lane, so he's got a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane too for his troubles.
Not great. As it's almost back to normality. We're just waiting on Merckx to pit. He's gone 20 laps on these softs. Surely he'd be thinking of a pit soon.
But he's still gaining.
Lick the Stamp's gone on to Inters, so he thinks it's clearly time for wet tyres. Which, if it's going to be drying up soon, you wouldn't expect it to be. But it doesn't look like it's going to dry up. To be fair, looking at it.
I'm going to ride on board with Lick the Stamp and see where he's going, because Colt behind him has gone on the softs. So we'll see who is actually driving the best.
Oh, Midsy's gone a bit wide there. Is Rizal going to go for a look? Not quite. Midsy seems to be struggling a little bit. Maybe he picked up a little bit of wing damage. I'm going to ride on board, see if he picked up some wing damage. That's a shocking angle. It's quite hard for me to tell. I feel like he might do, considering how slow he is, and Rizal is really catching him.
Oh, and Colt down the inside of the Stamp and round the outside. So the Inters are not.
Oh, and Rizal's gone for it. Dive up the inside, does Rizal, and that is the move done. And Jam.
Well, that is down the final straight, so it does. And Mitz is in the pit, so Mitz must have damage. He must have some kind of wing damage, and it's just been caught speeding. Wow. So this.
I'm gonna ride on board with Midzy so he can see just what it is.
Yeah, there's a. Is there a ring there? Yep.
So there is a front wing there for him. So yeah, clearly he picked up some damage in that incident with Lick the Stamp. Lick the Stamp pits as well, so he'll be coming off of the Inters, I'm assuming.
Yeah, he has just had
Inters are just fading
in
really
one lap.
at the minute.
So we did get both of the Mercs overtaken in one lap.
As Silly Bunny says that Lick the Stamp has just done his best Ocon impression. Of course, throwing it back to, what's that, 18 in Brazil?
Yes.
He did it on Verstappen, of course, cost him the race victory, which could have been the case tonight. He's got a point. There's Silly Bunny there. He's put on a valid fact.
Let's just hope there's no pushing about on this time.
Stamp, of course, being in the pink car as well, it's almost fitting, really. And he is in a Red Bull sponsored car, but not the Red Bulls in it all. So, but it's almost identical. Is it the same place as well? Everything's just flowed in together. We've got a nice little train of 3 cars here. Jam's a bit too far back on Rizal, and we've got Freeman followed by Ham, followed by Ryan Jones. Of course, this is for a net lead of the race. What would the gap be between Ham and Jam? That would be only 6 points, so that probably wouldn't be enough. Well, as it stands, it's what's that? That's a little bit more. That's 7 points, but considering where it will go up to. Oh no, I'm wrong. Oh no. It'd be 8 points. Still, it's not. Don't think that'll be enough. I think he needs a little bit more than that. He probably needs Jam to finish. It would be quite useful if I actually had the permutations up. I didn't make the different permutation. It was quite not a good idea, really, as I've noticed. Anyway, who's close up on track then? There's Saxman's coming out of the pits.
Just coming out of the pits with Smoke taking over. Jam has finally, he's actually finally turning his tyres on now. He's not been able to do anything with these tyres of late.
Merckx has finally pitted. He sped into the pit lane as well, so that's gutting. We've got a yellow flag in Sector 3. Again, every time I see yellow flag in Sector 3, it's really hard to tell who it is. Well, it's hard to tell. It doesn't really show us who is there no matter what. Is Jam going to go for a move on Rizal? He's not going to die for it.
As in terms of... speed in the pit lane, I'm not even doing it because of that, to be honest. Because like
It's,
same time it does come up, it's when someone's got a penalty, but nothing's happening in sector 3.
yeah, it's strange.
But Jam is closer than ever right now on Brazil.
As Midzi has come out of the pits, of course this is all proper positions now. Merckx has come out in P6, which is a great strategy call from Merckx, because he was around there anyway. He was near Paraquix and Rizone, wasn't he, when he pitted, and so that's probably about where he was, but still going up a few positions. It's about P9, P10 when he pitted. I'm pretty well when everyone else pitted, I should say.
When everybody else pitted, yeah, he was down there, yeah.
Midzi has come out of his pit stop and he's in a net P10, which is
Well, we have just had a mistake from Ryan Jones, because he's gone from the back of the gearbox of Ham, and he's now 3 seconds back off him. He's now just in front of
seems
Rizal.
like it's going to be a battle for the race victory between Freeman and Ham then. As Saxman's past LP Smoke, he seems to be struggling a little bit in these mixed conditions. A bit of a mixed bag, is it?
It's just a wee little bit.
We're not quite riding on board with Jam here. We're not quite getting what we need. He's just biding his time, hoping for perhaps another mistake again. He's been a little bit passive in terms of overtakes, I think it's fair to say, and he lost a few positions in the pits, which is really gutting for him, it must be said. Crazed Bear is right on the back of Ghost Colt here. Is he going to go for a move? Surely he is. He's not going to go for a move in the end.
He's not going to go for a move. I've got lit the stamp though. He's ready for a move on Smoke. He's going for a move on Smoke down into turn 1.
Smoke's lost done before two positions in very quick succession, it must be said. Lick the stamp makes it.
But they have got quicker. They have got new tyres.
Ham's closing up to Freeman. He'll be in DRS. Definitely worth having a look, because this is for the race lead. And if he gets enough, maybe for the championship, we'll have to wait
and he's within half a second.
Is he going to go for a move? He's not quite.
Not this one, but can he go for a move down into turn 4? If he keeps it nice down here, keeps it better than Freeman, can we get a move?
Go for a move on Ghost Colt. Just going to watch these two go side by side into turn 1.
And we're not getting anything from Ham down into turn 4.
Well, I'm glad about that, because I wasn't viewing them. I was viewing this battle for P7 as Ghost Colt gets moved
I'm going to say I was keeping an eye, but Colt kept it going.
There's that battle for first still resumes maybe next lap. He's always got another chance. He's still got 10 more chances of having a go into turn 1, so he's got a few more chances to perhaps try that.
It's just the only problem is though, Ham's tyres are 1 lap older. That is the only problem.
Yeah, it could play into Freeman's hands maybe.
With Merckx gaining on Jam.
So what's quite useful is that Clock took the pressure off of me as in the race report. He put in what Ham needs to do to keep the championship. Basically, he needs to finish P2 or higher, which is what he's doing at the minute. If Jam is where he is at the minute in P5 and he stays in P5, Ham needs to get first with the fastest lap, and that's the only way he's going to be able to he's going to take it. Which we'll have to wait and see how that plays. So, I would ask for some things, but I best not to really. I was going to ask maybe for some penalties, but we like the surprise. We like the surprise to see where it is. And it makes the ends also all more so surprising and interesting to see how it all works. But I've now got the permutations out in front of me. Sorry, as I do actually need to. It's a good thing to see that my hotspot is all charged up now, so I can actually put my phone on charge. We move on. So Ham goes for it then. Is he perhaps going to go for it in turn 1? We'll have to see, because I've pretty much been riding on board with these the whole time while I was trying to sort everything out. So hopefully we can see something here. Will we? That's the question. Down he goes.
Too far back to turn 1. Is he going to
get too far back? Any
closer? We are gaining though.
The rain's definitely dried up. I think that's one thing to say. So it doesn't look like it looks like there's no more rain. It's all cleared up.
I think the only problem is
fact,
now
it's
with
quite
these two
attractive,
at
isn't it?
front is the gaining on motion hazard, and is he going to have anything to play with this race lead? That is
True,
what's going to come
maybe
into
might,
play.
you
He's
know, you
only
never know,
3
he
corners
might
in front.
make it a bit struggle for Freeman to get past him. Nah, I think Ham knows that he's got to make this move. He's got to win this race. His Ghost Colt has left the session. Could you perhaps try and send him an invite if you can? Might be
Ghost Holt.
Yeah, it's a GHO3T. So
Yeah.
he's got a 3 and a 0, which is really useful, isn't it?
Yeah, unfortunately, it's actually
left.
not letting me invite anybody to games. So unfortunately,
Yeah,
that one.
I can have a go, but there is
Yeah.
another way that you can do it if you want to try that. And you go into the party, invite more, and then switch to invite to game from invite to party. If that makes any sense. Then yeah. Oh, he's joined back.
He's joined back. That's good. That's good.
Bez
He's
has
actually
got
just
past
lost
him,
the
actually,
position.
as he's joined back. Yeah.
As he's just joined, which isn't the best.
Unluckily, it must be said. Oh, and Rizal and Ryan Jones are trading places. I've missed
And
that.
Mitzi has
Mitzi
just
set the fastest lap of the race.
Yes, he's just set the fastest lap in the race, so he's still got the pace, but he's down in 10th.
So,
And
something that
Merckx
is quite interesting
wow.
as well is that Merckx is closing in on Jam, and that could
Yeah,
be
and
vital for the
Jam has
championship.
actually lost time on Ryan Jones.
If Merckx gets that done, if Merckx gets that move done, that'll put Ham in a much nicer position as to if he will go on
And
to
Ham
win
is
this
closer
race
than he
and Jam
ever has
finishes
been
in
down
P6.
this start-finish straight. He's actually closer than ever at the moment. Can he get this
Well, it's definitely
move
worth having a little
done?
look, isn't it?
Can
So
he
the slipstream
finally
will be a
get
bit more
this
effective.
move done?
Oh, look at that overspeed. He's going to go for a move, surely. Round
Going
the
down for a
outside
move
he
to
goes.
turn 1.
Freeman does
He's
what's
gonna hold
current
it
off. He
off.
perhaps goes for a switchback, but Freeman's managed to do well to kind of on as Rizal picks up the fastest lap of the Grand Prix. Freeman gets a good exit, to be fair to him, but of course he's going to have Ham right on the back of him.
Just
See what
won't
Ham can
be
do.
close
He's
enough.
out of VRS. Is he going to die for it? No, he's not. He's going to stay behind and hope for it later on. Midzi retakes the fastest lap. Him and Rizal are having a little bit of a battle for fastest lap. Ryan
Why
Jones
not?
is actually on the back of Rizal. He did actually just lose that place. Merckx is right on the back of Ham. We've got 2x2x2 it seems at the minute. In fact, you could even give a shout to the fourth set of
I was going to
twos,
say twos and then the fifth set of twos.
And the top
Yeah,
10,
we've got
it's all
first and
2x2.
second,
It's all of it.
Third and fourth, fifth and sixth, seventh
Can't
and
tell
eighth,
which one to go
ninth
for.
and 10th. At the moment, they're all
Impressive.
within half a second. I think the best one at the moment
They are.
is back up with Ham, who's 0.3 behind on the start-finish straight.
Yeah, here we go. Is he going to go for it again? The overspeed is going to be with him, I'm sure. Inside, outside. It's going to be the outside. He's stuck to it.
He's going to have to be the
Freeman's going to
outside.
cover him off again. Broken
He
as
needs
he
to
normally
try and
would
get
be.
this bit perfect.
That
And he's,
looks like-
he's lost the
he's
end.
lost the back end a little bit there.
He's lost the back end.
Rizal and
Ryan
Ryan
Jones
Jones go side by side.
Jones.
Rizal's lost it. Ryan Jones has got that position. Rizal's going to have DRS. Is he going to make the
He
move?
has got the RS.
That looks like
The
that's going to
move
be a
down
move
the
for him.
inside. Well played, Rizal.
Midsy's
Keeping
past
position there.
Crazebear Ghost Colts past Bezos. Midzy lost the position again, so we're going to ride on board with these two as they go side by side. Is Midzy going to get that move done? Looks like he might even get it done before the DRS. Here he goes.
Mitched down on the DRS,
Yeah.
down to turn 4, and looks like it's going to be very easy. It is before
That was,
turn 4.
yeah, the move was well
Very
done
well
there.
played.
And quite frankly, you'd expect Midzy to get past. He is a quick driver, isn't he? He's normally one of those top guys, and he's
Yeah.
showing why he should have been there to start with. Anyway, so we go as we've just finished with that last battle, and we're going back up to
And
the top
Mertz
again
at the
we go
moment
down
is
to the
side by
back
side
straight.
with Jamham. We've
This
got
is
Mertz
vital for
going
the
down the
championship,
final
and what's
finish
the move
straight,
from
and
Mertz?
Mertz actually just got it. Wow, that is a
Yes.
very rare place to get past somebody.
So, Jam,
But Jam
will get the,
with the
get the
DRS.
run. So, we'll
Goes
see
down the inside.
what Mertz can do, perhaps to try and get. Of course, this is a big move for the championship. And
He's only got it done by
gets
turn
the
1.
overtake done. If Mertz can get a good exit here, which it doesn't look like he will do.
No, Jam got a
he would've
great
got-
exit there.
Yeah, he did. Jam got a much better exit in the end, didn't he?
Yeah, definitely.
No moves again with the rest of the top 10. There's only 5 laps remain in this race, So we haven't
And
got
this
long
is
left.
where...
And here comes Motion Hazard. Let's be set. They're catching up to him.
Yeah, they're right on the back of the gearbox of Motion Hazard.
I have just
So
remembered
are we
he is
going
an
to
AI
see-
car, or actually it might not be AI.
Yes.
No, he's going to be AI, but he might not be ghosted. Yeah, clearly didn't join back. I did definitely send him a couple invites, but he didn't join back. So JH is actually right on the back of Saxman here as well, as Sam picks up a penalty. Freeman will get DRS here, which would probably help him out more than anything.
Yeah, with having
yeah,
DRS, I think it's really helped him out on here. It's not actually impeded his lap whatsoever, it's helped his lap
will do.
more than anything.
It's down to Merckx. Perhaps will he manage to make a move on Jam here?
Mertz he's going to try
Rizal's quite
something.
close.
He's getting
Oh,
very
Rizal is
close.
right on the
and
back
he's
of
gonna-
Motion Hazard. And
he's
got
made a
the
move
fast
down
there
to the
behind
inside
him.
of Jam. Oh, it's alright, Jam has
Has
just
indeed.
kept it.
Jam managed to get the run, but Merckx has got a much better run than he did last
Better
lap.
exit
Down
with
through
the
turn
DRS.
3, down into turn 4. The move's got to be done. Surely Merckx
Very
can do
easy
it.
down into
He's
turn
gone
4. Very well played
Yeah.
there by Mertz.
Jam broke a bit early, gave him the room, so he gave him that position. Hopes he'll do that hopefully towards the end. Merckx's tyre advantage will hopefully help him out, and at the minute it really spices up the title fight, because if Ham
especially with only
gets
3
that
laps to go.
position, if Ham gets that position from Freeman right at the end, that will be the championship going to Abu Dhabi, and it's all come down to this. Now, if he gets past it, we could see a very similar situation to what we had in Brazil in 2008 for the championship, which would be very interesting if we get something
Very
like
interesting. Brothers fighting it out in the final race of the
that.
season.
Here comes Ham.
And at the
He's going to
moment,
go for
Ham-
it. Surely he is. Round the outside he goes.
Very close.
Freeman's going
Freeman
to send
sticks
it.
it down the inside.
Sticks it down the inside. That's
Stays.
going to be tight though. There goes Ham.
But Freeman
gets
with
a
an
great
absolute
exit. What's an exit from
stunning
Freeman?
exit. With DRS, it looks like Freeman is going to
Jam's
take the
going to try and
position
cover
back
him off.
down into
He's not going
4.
to quite get it done. And down the
No.
inside goes Freeman, and he's got that move done.
Mitsu with
Mitsu
another
picks up
fastest
fastest lap.
lap.
Ham's
Oh, they've
Ham's
just
hit the back of
touched.
him.
And they've just touched. No
Oh.
way. It looks like he's
and
not lost
Paraprix is
anything at the
retired from the
moment.
session. Has he crashed?
Yes, he has. Down the
He
start,
has.
finished
He's
straight.
crashed. That's a
Very,
odd place
very
to crash.
random.
Maybe did he perhaps hit somebody? That's a really odd place to crash, isn't it?
Very odd place. There's nobody else on the track with damage, as I can see.
I don't know where he was. Maybe he was around Kevin, Crazed Bear, around there. Quite hard to tell. Anyway, Ham, is he perhaps going to go for a move this time? And perhaps make it stick more, like, be interesting to see. It's hard. It is really hard to make a move stick around here, as we've seen already. Here he goes on Freeman, round the outside. He's been a pain all race long as Freeman for Jam's title hopes. Always cut there. It looks like Ham might have tried
He's just
to round
put
the
him off
outside of
just
turn 3,
enough.
but it didn't quite work it.
But
He's
with
got
not having
he
much
hasn't got
ERS
much
neither.
ERS left, which could come back to bite him. Down the inside.
Is he going to
he's
go
gonna
down the inside though? Oh.
He hasn't gone for it. I thought he might have gone for a Freeman.
But we have got Rizal, who's just
got the move on
overtaken Ryan.
And Jam has not made it past Merckx. So, at the minute, Jam Ham will be your champion. But Ham is right on the back of Freeman, and he is determined to make it work. As we continue on with these, it's still 2x2x2. Maybe Midzi and Ghost Colt haven't got as much of a thing to say about it, as we only have 2 laps left.
But I think we
It's been
can.
absolutely cracking race.
If we could just have a minute just to praise Ghost Holt on his first race with 1 lap to go in P7.
Yeah, he's done very
He's
well. Here
actually
comes
done
Hams.
very
Don't
well.
forget to vote for your driver of the day in the description, not in the stream chat. I must say, there's the YouTube room me coming out. But here comes Ham, covered off by Freeman
again.
into turn 1. Will Ham get a better run into turn 4? He's managed to get that move done. Jams past Merckx, which is vital. Unless they can keep it going.
Very
They're not
vital,
gonna-
but we've
they've
actually
gone the
got
wrong way.
we've got Hams going down the
Jam's
inside
going
on
for
turn
it.
4.
Up the inside, he's going to go on the final lap of the Grand Prix.
Final lap
Is
of
he
the
gonna
Grand
make it
Prix.
work?
Are we actually going to have it stick? But then we've got
Freeman's
Freeman on
going to
the
go off his
inside.
inside into
turn
turn
5.
5. They're going to go side by side for the
Oh.
race win.
This is just so close. Race
Freeman's
win.
going to make it stick.
And oh, we've got a 3-second
Hams
penalty
picks up
from
a penalty.
Jam.
He's forced him.
Oh,
Merckx has
wow.
crashed.
Merckx has crashed and he's out. He is out.
Yeah, he's out completely. That's an... I don't know
Merckx
if he
and
maybe hit the...
he's come down
I don't know.
turn
But
6
that
and
means...
turn 5 and cracked.
As I think Jam has picked up some damage.
And Hammer's actually just took
Could that
the...
mean that he perhaps gets overtaken? I think yeah, he's lost the position.
Yeah.
Ham's made it into the lead.
And Jam's
And
just
Jam's
lost
got the
position
wing
to
damage,
Colt.
which means it goes to Brazil as it stands.
But we have actually got Freeman who's oh my, this is so close, coming across the finish line, and Freeman
He's
has
gonna do
actually
it.
just took it, he's
Ham-
just took it.
Ham's done it.
Ham,
Wait, not Ham.
no,
Freeman's
Ham is
done it.
actually just gone down to third. Freeman took it just on the line. Just on the line
That means
there.
that no matter what,
Wow.
Jam is the champion. Even though he
Jam
lost
has
a few
got it.
positions with that finish there.
Jam up to
your
6th,
race
which isn't
winner
too bad neither.
Is SLR Freeman, previously known as Racer Freeman, got Ryan Jones in P2 and Ham Jam in P3. Almost got enough, but the penalty perhaps that he got at the end just came back to bite him as he ran side by side with Freeman to the end. Freeman almost got it job as Jam Ham gets 6th, which means he is the world champion. So congratulations to him.
Congratulations.
He gets 6th place, which means he will be the champion. And that penalty for Ham was a bit... As Paraquick says that Ham should have got that penalty removed. That's a very interesting comment. Well, stewards, I'm sure, will look into that as they were fighting very much for the position.
And we have got Steve-O
really was
pointing out the obvious as he always does, saying what a finish. An absolute
And there's your
unreal
podium
finish,
free.
guys.
Freeman celebrates the race win. Jam Ham, I'm sure that'll... Sorry, not Jam, Ham Jam. Surely will be a bit disheartened by that, to say the least. If perhaps he gets that penalty removed, Ham, that might put him back into contention, but we'll have to wait and see as Jam
We'll only
did finish
put him into
P6.
second though. Will it, or will it be first?
Yeah, I think it might have just missed it because of course Freeman did beat him in the line. So your race winner is SLR Freeman. He had a great race for him today, from pole to victory. A tough race out there. Could you please get the top 3 into the chat, into the party, please?
Yes, I sure could.
And then Ryan Jones is in P2 in the Williams, followed by Ham Jam, who didn't quite do enough, but his P3 is still a very cracking race. It was a great job from all of them. Roseln in P4, solid race from the lad. Ghost Colt and his debut race, he finishes P5 from 30th on the grid. That's a great first race for Ghost.
It's a great first race.
Jam Ham is the championship winner as it stands in P6. Bezzers is in P7 in Red Bull. We've got Midzi in P8, who picked up a few penalties, puts him down to P8, finished about P6, P5 on track in the Toro Rosso. Got Crazed Bear, and I believe it was Callum McKeon backed out the top 10 in his debut in Div 1 as well. Of course, the Div 2 driver, I can just confirm as it comes up on the stream, he does indeed. So, would you like to finish us off with some interviews, Jack?
Yes, so first I'm going to go to the race winner. Well done, Freeman. Absolute stunning race. Just taking it there on the final straight, just by a front wing. What an absolute race. Talk me through it. How did you feel?
Yeah, it was just I have no words. It was just really, really good. Yeah, the rain, it was obviously very tricky. I didn't think it was gonna go to Inter, so I just swapped all some mediums and just wanted to brave it out, made the right call. I think a couple guys were on the Inters, if I'm not mistaken, and they lost out, so unfortunate for them, but yeah, me and him had a really, really great battle, and yeah, obviously I took it on the line. We had a little scruffy last lap, but yeah, I didn't know he had 10 anyways, so...
Well, we did have one pen
was...
which was on the last lap, but it wouldn't actually matter on the terms of first and second. You'd have gone first by 0.065. So that is how close you both was over that finish line.
Yeah, and I had 0.01 laps of fuel, so I was just trying to put down the weed and then back to Rich so that I wouldn't run out of fuel on the line. So yeah, managed that quite well, and yeah, just really happy. And yeah, congrats to JM on the championship, and congrats to Jones and Ham on the podium.
Spot on. Thank you for your time there, Freeman. If you want Owen, take it away.
Yeah, well, congratulations, Ryan. It was a good race from yourself. It was battles the whole way through and a solid P2. It's the second week in a row for the P2. Of course, I was interviewing you last week. And how do you think your race went today? It was a solid race.
Yeah, I'm very happy with that. I couldn't really have asked for much more because I don't think my pace was that good. In terms of the leaders, in terms of Freeman and Ham, I was only really able to stick with them through DRS. Yeah, the first stint was obviously pretty close in that big DRS train, and then I went for an undercut because I could tell that the rain wasn't coming down hard enough to pit for Inter, so I went for an undercut on the mediums, and it didn't quite work out. I was hoping I'd possibly jump. At the time it was Midzi, Freeman and Ham in front, but the undercut didn't work out, so I maintained position, and then and then it just a drive to the end, I guess. Had a good battle with Rizal. GG to him. He had really good pace. It's unfortunate about the pen because he probably deserved that podium, but he had a pen, so it's unlucky, but it was a good battle, and obviously congrats to Freeman on a good win and Ham on the podium, and obviously Jam Ham on the title because I think he did win it. I think he won it anyway. So
yeah, as long as of course we've got to look towards Tuesday. As it stands, Jam will be the title winner after only managed to beat 3. But congratulations, Ryan. That was a great race.
Thank you.
Jack, would you?
Yep, thank you there, and congratulations again there, Ryan. Well played for second place. But Ham. So P3. How did it feel, mate? You put an entertaining race on for us, mate. You put an entertaining race for us. How was it out there, pal?
Yeah, first and foremost, obviously, I'd like to say a big congrats to Jam. Obviously, being my twin and that, we're extremely competitive, and it's obviously it would have been nice to have taken the championship to Abu Dhabi. It might still do, obviously, but I'd be pretty surprised if it did. I don't know. On that last lap, I got a couple of warnings, and that's what gave me the pen. But it was kind of an all or nothing for me then, because I knew I effectively had to win the race to have sort of any decent chance really going into Abu Dhabi. And so I was kind of willing to perhaps sacrifice the win to at least try and go for it. I feel like I should have been at least P2, but obviously that's just what happens when you get a pen. So I can't really complain too much. But no, it was a really good battle with Freeman as well. So again,
like last
clean
season
as well. So it kind of shows really that if you can battle clean and you battle hard, then it can provide a really good race. So. Yeah,
Definitely, especially down into how many times you went down turn one, down to turn one. I think it must have been the last 15 laps you just kept going into that turn one, side by side, and Freeman, what a line you had down there into that first turn. You just left Ham high and dry. Ham couldn't do anything. It come down to the fourth corner, and it was just brilliant. Your exit out of turn 2 and turn 3, Ham can agree, they were just... Yeah, you just made it stick.
Kick it in.
Yeah. I'm glad he said it.
Medium traction is kicking in. I like it, boys. But no, you all provided, all 20 drivers, and especially the top 3, provided a great race at Interlagos in Brazil. Congratulations to you all, top 1, 2, and 3. Freeman, Ryan, and Ham, really well done.
Yeah, so
thank you.
what's an entertaining end to the race we had? It was an entertaining race the whole way through, really, wasn't it? And it was great to see. Just we were, of course, keeping tabs with the championship and how it was going to work right to the end, as we making sure it could have been down to it, but was the Mercs had the crash, which almost gave it to Jamie. Got the wing damage, which then meant that he wasn't going to be able to improve anymore to what he could have, and he lost a few positions. But in the end, it didn't matter, as Ham was unfortunate with that penalty with those last lap moves. We were having battles all over the place, pretty much all the way through the race, and everyone just shows just how close they are on track. And it's been a pleasure to watch this race with you, Jack. I hope you enjoyed it.
It's been a pleasure myself to watch it and to commentate alongside of you, Owen. It has been another pleasure and another pleasurable week. Thank you very much.
Yeah, so congratulations to Jam, our race winner. My name is OMH36. I've been joined by the one and only SLR Barlow. We shall see you next time in Abu Dhabi. We'll see you later. Goodbye.
Goodbye.